for the Bearcats, and Coach Brown didn't take us long to hit pay dirt tonight.
No, it's exactly what Coach Rippey and the staff wanted to do, is come on out and put one in early.
Russell Garrison's fixing to kick off the Bearcats. He kicks it high and to the right, down about the 12-yard line. And there the Lavaca starts a return, and good coverage by our special teams there, about the 20-yard line, Coach.
We'll take that every time. That's just as good. They try to keep the ball not outside the 20, anything from the 20 back, and we'll be real satisfied with that start, making them have to drive 80 yards for a score here. First look at our defense tonight.
We'll try to get the defensive set for you here in just a few minutes. Lavaca comes out with trip set here right off the bat. To tell you what, they like to throw the ball shotgun set. Handoff there to Coach. I couldn't tell who that handoff was to that time. 22.
Leroy Stockton, Coach.
Number 22, Leroy Stockton on that carry. In a shotgun formation. Matt Ward, number 9, is the quarterback for the Lavaca Golden Arrows. They like to throw the football, and so this is going to be a good test for a secondary. Flag on the play here.
85 out here, Coach. A split to the right side. It was in motion. That'll cost them 5. Coach's set causes a lot of concern with the defense because they spread you out so much from left to right. They run a no-back set, and they also run a one-back set. Possibility we could even see some pro-eye tonight. But we have to make sure that we have all these receivers accounted for.
Right. Number 20, Clyde Bias, is split wide to the right. Have trip set again. Ward back to pass. Looks right, scrambles right, and is tackled back there by number 52, Tommy Glover. Great defensive play by Tommy. He kept his containment that time.
Good play by Tommy, and I tell you what, the secondary was doing their job there. You could tell because he had time to throw the football, and I know that was one concern from Coach Mann tonight, that with this spread set and our secondary, we were hoping to make sure we put a lot of pressure on him and rush him from looking all over the field.
Matt Ward back again in the shotgun set. Number 3, Corey Howard, split wide to the right. Number 22, Leroy Stockton is twins both ways, and pass across the middle to number 22 is incomplete. So the Bearcats are on the first series, Coach, has forced Lavaca to punt.
Again, a good effort by our defense. We went to what we call an open set. There's a no man in the backfield besides the quarterback taking shotgun. We've got to put heat on him to rush him because he's got a lot of receivers and a lot of options out there.
Right. The quarterback, Matt Ward, is back to punt. And back deep for the Bearcats is Will Swint and Brandon Rowland and Matt Schott. We've had some good returns last several games for the Bearcats, and looking for a return here. We're trying to hold them up where we can get a good return. Will Swint looks like he may have a good chance to do that. He fumbles the ball and takes a handoff and scrambles away there, and then picks up about 4 yards on the return up to about the 45-yard line.
Not a bad play by Will. Since he bobbled the ball, it really gave Lavaca enough time to get down and cover our cross. He sucked it up and got what he could get and turned it up, and we can live with that. He picked up about 6 or 7 on the play.
The offensive set for the Bearcats, we have Tommy Glover at center, Chad Ferris at the right guard, Josh Borsman at the left guard, right tackle Blake Travis, left tackle Jordan Perelia, and the end is Matt Bishop. Split end is Matt Schott, Brandon Rowland the quarterback, and halfback Zach Adair, fullback Alan Ray, and halfback Blake Scoggins. Scoggins goes in motion, handoff to Gator Ray up the middle, and Gator Ray picks up about 5 yards. Tough yards, Coach.
Nice trap, nice fullback trap. Picked up about good 5 hard yards there. Coach, that's a good first down. 1st and 5, you know, that's good odds on the night right there. We'll take that.
Will Swint split wide to the left for the Cats. Double wing formation again. Brandon Rowland over center. Looks over the defense. Handoff to Zach Adair going wide right. Zach Adair cuts back, Coach, and he may be gone. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Booneville. And Zach Adair, Coach, is shot out there like a cannon. Great speed on that run, Coach.
Great speed, great execution on the play. had a good pull, had a good block by Chad Ferris out there to lead him to get the corner. And Coach just looking out there looking and seeing there was 2 left. Zach cut it up, and you knew what that spelled, trouble for them. He's got tremendous speed, and he put that one in from about 40 out.
7:59 left in the first quarter. The Bearcats have struck early right here. First 2 possessions, and very quickly we've been able to score. 13-0 right now. Alan Ray getting his kick and shoe ready. Trying to make it 14 for the Bearcats. Here's a snap. Kick is up. And it's no good. Oh, I think, Coach, that's the first one that Allen's missed all year long. Looked like it was wide left.
All year this year, Coach, and maybe in the 10 regulation games last year, maybe the first one he's missed.
We'll take a timeout. 7:59 and left to go in the first quarter. The Bearcats 13, Lavaca 0. And Russell Garrison tees the ball up for the Bearcats as the Bearcats kick to the Lavaca Golden Arrows. And here's the kick, and it's about the same spot, Coach, a little bit deeper, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback, and it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. Coach Brown, I tell you what, you know, we're glad to have Ricky Lee with us tonight on the camera, Tom McCone on the camera. These guys do a great job, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, we had a cable mishap, but I tell you what, we seemed to left the cable at home, but I tell you, we've got troubleshooters up here, and they got the problem corrected, and we're able to be with the fans tonight.
Very talented men, very talented. And we have one back. Well, we have one back in the backfield, number 22, hand off to him. He goes back right, stops, Coach, and the pursuit caught up with him, and boy, I tell you what, he didn't have anywhere to go. Leroy Stockton on the carry for the Lavaca Golden Arrows.
Coach, Ricky Lee was a college kicker, and he was just talking about Allen's last extra point there. We hate to see him miss, but things like that were on the mind. It looked like he just really didn't follow through on that. It looked like he just kind of knocked that kick down to get it off.
Matt Ward out of the shotgun position, trips left, drops back to pass, throw across, it's complete. Coach looked like he had his knee down there, and he got back about to the 20-yard line there. It looked like about a gain of 5 yards there.
I believe his knee was touching when he caught it, and I tell you what, number 10, Matt Schott, made sure that he wasn't going anywhere. He came in and lowered the boom on him to make sure he didn't get away. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10, Coach.
3rd and 10 for the Lavaca Golden Arrows. Love to pass, Lavaca does, and like their coach last year was at Shiloh Christian, which is a passing team. Snap is low. Matt Ward does a good job picking it up. And, oh, he overthrows his intended receiver down here. And Blake Scoggins almost picked that one off, Coach.
Coach Aaron Price, number 88, was open. He had about a 5-yard cushion, and the ball was overthrown. And I thought maybe Blake was going to have a chance to break on it and get an interception there. But he doesn't, which is going to bring up 4th down for the Golden Arrows. And surely to goodness, they're in a punt formation, and they are. So, again, we're going to have excellent field position. We got Brandon Rowland and Will Swint back at the 50, and Matt Schott's awaiting the kick on the 40. We'll see what kind of return we can get.
There's a kick. It's a low line drive kick going to the sideline, and Will Swint just decides to get away from it, and we're going to take over about the 50-yard line.
Excellent field position for the Bearcats to start out again. We got 6 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we're up 13-0, and I know we're looking for another drive here with good field position, go 50 yards and punch this thing in and add to our lead.
That shot brings the play onto the field and splits wide to the left for the Bearcats. Tommy Glover, the center for the Bearcats, is over the ball. Brandon Rowland looks over the defense of Lavaca. Coach, looks like what's Lavaca in the 5-2, Coach?
Yes, they are.
Brandon Rowland runs a little bootleg there, makes a good move right there, gets by one. Matt Schott makes a block. He cuts back, and Brandon's going to score. He does. That's a great run by Brandon Rowland. He made a couple of cuts there. Coach had some good blocking downfield, and 50-yard run for Brandon Rowland.
Coach, I'm telling you right now, our backs have just ceased to amaze us as these weeks have unfolded before our eyes. just when you think that there's nothing left, they find a way. And Brandon did, again, just a lot of athletic ability, natural ability there, and found that end zone. We are going to go for 2 here.
Matt shot split wide to the right for the Cats. Alan Ray at fullback. Double wing set again. Run a slant, and it's thrown just a little bit behind him. And Brandon Rowland had Matt shot open through a little bit behind him, and a 2-point conversion is no good. And the score is 19-0 with 6:11 left in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be right back. There's as Russell Garrison tees the ball off and kicks the ball down to Bice. He picks it about the 5-yard line. When the coach comes out, he's stopped there by the Bearcats about the 23-yard line. And great coverage again by our special teams.
Just across the 20, but short of the 25. We'll be happy with that response right there. We got good coverage going on tonight.
Our cheerleaders look nice over there tonight for the Booneville Bearcats.
Yes, I tell you, Coach, I want to apologize for last week not mentioning that they weathered that typhoon all week too, all night, and they're truly a great squad.
He's over center this time. Ward looks, takes one drop and makes a great pass there, Coach. Almost about 10 yards. He may have the first down, Coach.
Coach, I tell you what, it's good effort on his part. He had Tony Shepard. Oh, they're saying incomplete.
Oh, I thought it was a great catch. Maybe it bounced. I'm sorry. I tell you what, that was just a one-step drop and fired that thing, didn't he, Coach?
Tony Shepard was putting the heat on him and went airborne, and I tell you what, I thought he was going to block the pass.
Out of the shotgun now. Number 9, Matt Ward. Bad snap again. Coach, we've seen some problems with the snap. Matt Ward scrambles, tries to get away from one defender, and is brought down there by number 40, Josh Draper of the Bearcats. Josh, good pursuit that time.
Great pursuit, and the bad snap really put Ward in a bad position there. And I tell you what, we are swarming on defense right now. I can already tell, Coach, up front that they're going to have to shorten their routes because we're really penetrating, putting a lot of pressure on them. And if they keep looking for the long routes, I don't believe they're ever going to get them off.
Right, I tell you what, that's that front forward did a great job for the Bearcats. Shotgun set again for Lavaca. Bad snap again, Coach, low, and Josh Draper, and looks like Tony Shepard is right there again, and they sack him for a loss, Coach. But let's get our defense set right quick. Our nose guard for the Bearcats is Bubba Smith. Our tackles, Tony Shepard and Chad Ferris. Our ends are Jeremiah Dupree and Tommy Glover. Linebackers are Josh Draper and Alan Ray. Strong safety is Brandon Rowland. Matt Schott is one corner, Blake Scoggins another corner, and Zach Adair is a free safety. And Lavaca Golden Airs are back to punt. Ward gets the punt away. It's a low punt. Brandon Rowland takes it, fakes the handoff, goes right, Coach, and he's got a wall set up there. And looks like he's going to go, man, he's still going. I tell you, good run down to about the 15-yard line. We had a wall set up, Coach.
We had a wall set up, and I couldn't tell. It may have looked like Tommy Glover. It happened so fast, but it looked like we had one man yet to block. And I tell you what, he was behind Tommy, and Tommy didn't see him. And Brandon did his best to get away from him, but that one guy tripped him up. But we got an excellent field position again, Coach. We're just outside the 15-yard, and we'll call it the 16. First and 10 from the 16.
Matt Schott split wide right for the Bearcats. Brandon Rowland looks over the defense, fakes a handoff, goes left, and there's a flag on the play. Coach couldn't get away from number 60 there for Lavaca. That's Braden Hutchins making the tackle.
Coach number 66 came on the field from Lavaca's sideline. They were a man short, and he all of a sudden realized that he was supposed to be on the field, and he took off running on the field after the ball is snapped. Coach, that is definitely offsides.
Yes. Couldn't get out there in time. That happens sometimes.
Well, the coaches feel like the kids have the responsibility to definitely keep a mind in the game and know when they're supposed to be on the field and when they're not. But sometimes those breakdowns happen, and they add a few gray hairs to the coaches while they're at it, too.
Right. Ball's on about the 10-yard line. Be 1st and 5 for the Bearcats after that penalty. So the Bearcats getting some help here on this drive. Brandon Rowland looks over the Lavaca defense. Hand off to Blake Scoggins going left. Blake makes a move and is dropped after about a couple of yard gain, Coach.
Clyde Bice hung in there. It looked like he was about the only one to save him from going into the end zone, and he locked up and made a good open field tackle. Brings the ball down, just looks like about the 7-yard line maybe. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for a 1st down.
About 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Bearcats leading 19-0. Will Swint brings a play in for the Bearcats. Splits wide to the right. Coach, you talking about that box last week. This Lavaca's got a lot of people up on the line of scrimmage. Of course, I know we're on the 7-yard line, but boy, they've got them up there. Zach Adair goes in motion. Brandon Rowland drops back to pass, and the pass is there. Will Swint, and touchdown for the Bearcats. Great pass play, Coach.
That's the old touch pass by Brandon, the old coffin corner. Will takes off the line of scrimmage and takes about 3 steps and then angles to the deep corner, and he just laid it up there, and Will made a great over-the-shoulder catch. Will has great hands, Coach. He has great hands, good athlete, and made that play look easy, and that's not an easy catch.
Bearcats are going for 2 again. Matt Schott split wide to the left for the Cats. And Brandon Rowland looks over the defense. Blake Scoggins goes in motion. Hand off to Alan Ray up the middle, and we get the 2-point conversion, Coach. And it's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. The Bearcats lead 27-0. We'll be right back.
Coaches, we're getting ready to get the next kickoff going. Want to again say how much we appreciate our pep squads, our bands, our cheerleaders. I tell you again, it was not by meaningfulness that we left them out last week. It was purely by accident. I tell you, they were covered up so much in the rain they were hard to see. But Miss Broderick and those young ladies came back this summer with a lot of awards, and we're very proud of the job they do. There's the kickoff.
Number 22, Leroy Stockton takes the kickoff, and he hits a little seamer, Coach. I tell you what, that's a good run by Leroy Stockton.
It was a good run, and that's their best field position of the night, Coach. They're out to the 30-yard line, and
right, I tell you what, our vantage point is real good from this angle down here, and we've been able to see real well on this end of the field. The ball's been on this end of the field this whole first quarter.
We're about from the 50 south, so when everything gets north, we're going to have a little tough view. Shotgun, number 9 goes back, throws the pass right in the arms of Trey Holloway. He intercepts the pass and runs it back down to the 15.
Trey Holloway, number 7, intercepts one for the Bearcats, and
do you know that young man,
Blind
Coach?
Hog finds an acorn every now and then. So I tell you what, that was Matt Ward. I tell you, he dropped back and just I don't think he even saw Trey there.
Trey had dropped to his area and was just looking where he should be looking and seeing anybody coming near it, and he made a great interception. And I know it's hard for you being a dad to brag on him, but Trey's a fine athlete and a fine young man, and he's going to help us the next few years down the line, I guarantee you.
Brandon Rowland looks over the Bearcat offense and goes right. And I tell you what, Coach Brandon, oh, boy, I tell you what, makes a cut there. He kept looking for a little hole, didn't he, Coach?
He kept looking and kept bouncing out. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Zach Adair had kept his pitch relation like he's been coached to do, he got out a little ahead of Brandon. Of course, Brandon kept having to run the humps. But if he'd have kept his pitch relation, he could have pitched him the ball, and he would have walked in the end zone.
Minute 40 left in the first quarter. The Bearcats leading 27-0. Matt Schott split wide to the right for the Cats. I tell you what, we already 2 touchdown passes already for the Cats, and that's unusual. But the Bearcats can pass the football. We didn't have to last week, and because of the rain. And but I tell you what, we come out throwing the ball tonight. Brandon rolls back to pass again, and going for Matt Bishop and overthrows Matt Bishop. That looked like a little out route there by the tight end, Coach, and just overthrew him.
Tight end on the left side. had a little delay route there and then ran ahead and ran the corner. We had play action to the right. Well, it was really a well-designed play, but Brandon overthrew him there just a little bit, and Matt's a pretty good target to throw to. What is he, about 6'4", 6'5", Coach?
6'4", I tell you, he's a big young man. We got the Atlanta Braves chop going over here at Lavaca, and
they better watch it, Coach. Cherokee's our fight zone. That liable to fire us up even more.
You bet. It's flag on the play, and what could that be?
Could either be equipment or encroachment.
You're right, and encroachment on the defense. So
lined up in the neutral zone probably there, Coach. Tell you what, these fans ought to be able to hear the Atlanta Braves. They kind of need some help right now in that baseball series, don't they?
I tell you, they're down 2 games, and San Diego's put it on them again last night. Brandon Rowland looks over the defense, and Zach Adair goes in motion. And what happened there? Looked like a fumble snap, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure Brandon ever got the handle. He looked like he lost it when he was pulling out. It's hard to see up here without the replay, but sometimes that either happens. The center doesn't either get the ball up there or we back out too quick. Sometimes we even trip over a lineman that might be pulling. So a lot of different things in the factor there. But Brandon will do better here. We got a 4th down, Coach.
4th down and about 5 yards to go. Matt shot split wide to the right. Zach Adair goes in motion. Brandon Rowland runs a veer here, cuts inside, and he's going to have the first. Oh, we got a flag on the play, Coach.
Another penalty. Brandon turned up. We knew he was going to have the first down. Zach was in good pitch relation there, but Brandon had a big seam. It looked like he might make it to the end zone. We'll await the penalty right now. Ralph Brown and his officiating crew are doing the game tonight, and they called holding. I really didn't see anybody out there, Coach. Did you?
Coach, it must have been behind the play. I think he was looking behind the play to the official, and a lot of times these young men get a little carried away, and when the play's ahead of them, we see that happen a great deal. And Brandon had the first down. It looked like somebody back behind the play, possibly. Brandon Rowland looks over the Lavaca defense. Matt shot split wide to the right. Runs a veer, hands off to Allen Ray up the middle. And, boy, I tell you what, Coach, 4th and about 14. Allen Ray's a good fullback, but, boy, it's tough to get that.
That's asking a lot out of him, but, again, that was a veer. And so Brandon was reading that play all the way, and he felt like he had a read there where the tackle either came upfield or squatted, and it was to give the ball to Brandon. But, hey, again, we've got them backed up here. Lavaca's got the ball, looks like just about on their 15, and they got a long way to go against this tough Bearcat defense.
Matt Ward's over center this time. That's unusual. I think it's about the 3rd time tonight he's done that. Hand off to the fullback there, and looks like there's no gain for Lavaca.
Well, Coach Hughes may have gone to the adage that we're not getting the ball to my quarterback without dribbling back there on the ground, so they may try to come up and pick one up under center now. Looks like that's what they've gone to. That's the end of the first quarter with your score, the Booneville Bearcats 27 and the Lavaca Golden Arrows 0. Come back and join us in just one moment.
Ball down about the 15-yard line, maybe 16-yard line. Bearcats go on defense. Lavaca looks over, Ward looks over the Bearcat defense there, and he picks up, Coach, looks like about 6 yards on that carry, maybe 5.
That's one of the biggest holes I've seen out there tonight, Coach. And was that Smith that on the tackle, 62? I believe it was, wasn't it, Coach?
Right. He's started, I think, some this week, Coach. Been playing some of the starting team, I know, in practice, and that time he stepped up and made a good tackle. Ward's over center. Hands off up the middle, and the Bearcats stop him without maybe about a yard gain there.
Coach, I'm going to tell you what, Brad Smith's 2 for 2. He slanted, looked like they were in their 50 defense. He had a slant on and went through there and got him and locked him up about a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
That's going to bring up about a 4th and 5 for the Lavaca Golden Arrows, and Ward's back to punt again. Coach, I think he's about worn his leg out here just starting the second quarter. Here's a snap. Ward gets it off. It's a pretty good punt there. Drives Brandon Rowland back to about the 45. Hands off to Will Swint, going wide left, and one man's got a hold of his jersey, and Will pulls away. Down the sideline he goes and makes a good move, spin move. He's still going. He may score. I tell you what, he is down about the 3-yard line. A great run by Will Swint. The guy had a hold of his jersey up about the 45. Will just keeps pulling, breaks loose, and right down the sideline. And our punt return team just kept blocking, Coach Brown.
I tell you what, looked like we're going to go back to those tearaway jerseys. It just about hung in there too good and brought him down. But Will showed great stamina and great effort there and just about got in. I tell you, you kind of hope that somebody makes a run like that. You like to see them go ahead and punch one in here.
Right, 10:34 left in the half. Bearcats up 27-0, and Lavaca short a player, 32. Tries to hurry and get out on the field, and
that's unsportsmanlike, isn't it, Coach?
And did you catch that penalty there, Coach? Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lavaca Golden Arrows. And so that's going to put us even closer to the goal line there.
I hate to speculate what took off there, but I knew they were a man short, and they may have been really encouraging him to get himself out there, and may have said something they shouldn't be saying out on the field. That's the only thing I could see, because I didn't see an unsportsmanlike conduct towards another Booneville player.
Right. The official comes over and gives an explanation to the Lavaca head coach, and so we've kind of course, it's hard to tell what's going on the field, but the Bearcats are waiting, and we've had quite a long wait here, Coach Brown.
Yes, and as we look at the players on the sideline, Coach, you can't help but think that some of the second stringers and possibly third stringers are thinking, hey, I'm going to get me some PT tonight.
You bet.
There's a picture of Brent Bishop, and again, we're hate that he's out right now with the broken leg, and another young sophomore, a great athlete. Let's see if we can't punch this one in, Coach.
Matt shot split wide to the right for the Cats. Brandon Rowland looks over the Lavaca defense. Ball on about the 3-yard line. Hand off to Blake Scoggins going left. Blake cuts back and is in the end zone. Blake Scoggins, number 23 for the Bearcats, takes it into the end zone. And the Bearcats, Coach, I think, have scored on every possession, have they not?
They have. Except one, the last series.
You're exactly right. Fourth down, we went for it. Thank you, Tom McComb, for that. Tom, tell you what, runs that camera, and he stays in the ball game, too. Appreciate that. 33-0. The Bearcats lead 10-10 left in the half as Alan Ray is going to attempt an extra point. Brandon Rowland's holding for the Bearcats, and Dustin Andrews, the deep snapper, and we have timeout on the field. I think they called a timeout, Coach.
I can't see the time clock from here, but I don't know. Maybe we was running out of 25-second clock, Coach. Coach Rippey in his usual pace up and down the sideline. I tell you what, Coach Rippey, a lot of enjoyment to work with and does a wonderful job as a Bearcat head cat. And I tell you what, he's a pretty quiet gentleman on Friday afternoons, though. He's got his game face on from the time I see him in the morning till after the game.
You bet. I tell you, everything's kind of quiet in that field house. We go in there and before the game. And Lavaca's taking water bottles out to their players there, and they're taking advantage of this timeout. The Bearcats are going to line up and try to get that extra point off, and I think they're just running out of time, basically, and called a timeout there. And Lavaca is taking full advantage of this timeout as the Bearcats wait to try their extra point here.
As you see, we're scanning the bleachers over there. We've got an excellent crowd, Coach, for an away game. And that's something that we're never lacking is the sport.
You're right. Boy, I tell you, people in lawn chairs line up on the next to the fence over there, and you're right. Great crowd tonight for the Bearcats. Dustin Andrews is a snapper, and he snaps it back to Rowland. Gator Ray, and Gator Ray has missed another one, Coach, to the left there. That's 2 in a row he's missed.
Just about the same thing, Coach. You can actually just see him. He is just punching instead of kicking the ball. He's just punching it, and
that's unusual.
We'll try to get him back on track and get this thing going again.
We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
You will find the most important people to us are our customers.
Our store hours are 8.
The ball up for the Bearcats, and the Matt Schott is a safety here as he turns and tells all them players get them mouthpieces in and get down the field. And the ball goes down to about the 5-yard line there. Number 20, that was Clyde Bias, returned and tripped up there about the 22-yard line. So Lavaca returns the ball back up to 22. Another good job of our coverage team there, Coach, for the Bearcats. Matt Ward comes in for quarterback for Lavaca, and he looks over the Bearcat defense. Over center this time. And get a pro set here, pro I set. Turns, hands off to the fullback, number 44, I think that's Champion. And Michael Champion takes the ball up there and maybe picks up about 3 yards on the play, maybe 4.
Coach is sitting here looking back over some of the stats. The 30-yard line has been the best starting point for Lavaca tonight. So you talking about a long ways to go every time they've got it. We have dominated field position so far tonight, and that's why the score is obviously what it is.
Right, 9:20 left in the half. Score 33-0 Bearcats. Ward takes a snap, hands off to number 22, Leroy Stockton. He goes right and is tackled there looks like without a gain. Bearcat defense playing well again tonight, Coach Brown. I tell you what, they show some quickness out there. Pursuit has really been good this year, and they just keep it up game after game.
Coach, you know, again, we Lavaca is new to our conference. Of course, they were a classification behind us last year. Coach, they've got a fine facility here. The school's growing, and they will learn to be a competitor in this conference. It's just that's a big bite to bite off jumping into our conference.
Slant route there by number 85. That's Timmy Waterbury, and a little quick slant, and got a flag on the play, Coach.
Now we're waiting for the official to give the call.
We have pass interference on the Bearcats at times. So as he run that slant pattern, I tell you, a lot of times that D-back will try to get in his way there and try to break up the route. And maybe that time he possibly hit him a little early, Coach.
He can jam him, Coach. He can jam him on the line. But if it's a quick slant, like you said, and the ball is in the air and we still have contact, we are going to draw a penalty on that.
Number 20, Clyde Bias, split wide to the left in a pro set, pro I. Ward drops back, pumps once, and goes across the middle, and there's another flag. And, Coach, that was a good call. Blake Scoggins that time, number 23. Looks like he grabbed a hold of him a little bit as he pumped there, Coach, and took off deep.
It looked a lot like the last play. It looked like they were going to repeat the slant as a pump and go. We bid on the fake of the arm of the quarterback, and Blake looked like he ran into his back as he was running past him. That's again, Coach. Now they are in our territory for the first time tonight. They're just shy of the 45-yard line and enjoying the best field position of the night so far. We're going to have to buckle down.
Right, about 8 minutes left at the half, and Lavaca's now from the shotgun set. They have 5 receivers here they can send out. And slant again at number 3 right across the middle. That's Corey Howard, and a good catch that time by Corey Howard as he picks up about 6 yards for the Lavaca Golden Arrows.
That's not bad, Coach. That's not a bad play. I know it's 5 yards, but I think we're in that mode to where now we might bend as long as we don't break here and try to eat this clock up and keep them out of the end zone. You hate to see our defense maybe get lackadaisical here, but I know they'll be talked to in the halftime about not letting that happen.
Matt Ward drops back out of the shotgun, goes deep this time. Blake Scoggins is waiting for it down there about the 15-yard line, and he intercepts it for the Bearcats. I tell you what, Ward took a shot after he released the ball, Coach. We had some pressure on him, so he had to hurry, and I don't think he released the ball real well. And Blake Scoggins did a good job of reading the ball and picked it off for the Bearcats.
He was just sitting there waiting on that one, Coach. Again, it was the same thing. Do not let anybody get behind you. Bend but don't break, and we were actually waiting on that one to come down. Blake had good position there, and we take over just shy of our 20-yard line now with just little time remaining in half.
Right, Trey Holloway comes in the quarterback, and I think we still have some of our maybe just getting him some work here at taking some snaps from Tommy Glover, and ball's on the ground. And I tell you what, Coach, they've had trouble all year long. I know Trey being my son, he talks about it a great deal. They had trouble with snaps all year long, and there again, they lay it on the ground right off the bat there on the first snap. And, man, that's something we've got to get down, got to work on. Brandon never goes down. He's got to be able to come in the ball game and take those snaps. And right now he does a good job taking the snap from the second team center, but the first team he's having little problems with that.
You're right. We're going to have to make sure that gets that down in case that does happen.
So this gives Lavaca the best field position of the night. Now if they get the ball down here about the 17-yard line, pump fake, goes deep. Matt Schott's there to pick it off and starts up the field with it, trying to get away, and breaks away from one guy and gets down about the 6-yard line.
Well, I know Coach Hughes is sick about that. They had the ball just inside our 20, where you just feel like they could threaten, and the first pass, Coach, he throws up. Matt plays it beautifully defensively and comes up with a great interception down there. This is probably as deep as we've been all night, too. We're starting, it looks like, about from our own 5.
5:56 left in half. It's 33-0. Brandon Rowland's back in at quarterback for the Bearcats, and the Bearcats are probably going to try to grind this thing out here and try to get into half with a 33-0 lead. Hand off to Alan Ray. Alan Ray breaks loose there and picks up about 10 yards there, Coach.
Good read by Brandon. Good run by Gator. I tell you, Coach, we've been scoring so big and so fast on big plays. Allen really hadn't been wearing them out like, you're used to, because we have been scoring on big plays. So I know he's anxious to get to his steamrollers going, hit running that ball.
Right, and I bet you this drive here, Coach, he sees it quite a bit. Double wing set for the Bearcats as Brandon looks over the defense. Hand off to the right to Zach Adair. Zach gets loose from one. We have a flag on the play, and Zach is down about the 21, 22-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
Coach, I guarantee you they're going to call that on Chad Ferris. And I'm not so sure that Chad did not have contact made, and the guy worked up, and he did hit him in the back, but it looked like he had contact and the man turned on him. But that's a judgment call, and it's going to hurt us. It's going to pin us deep.
So that moves the ball back to about the 11-yard line. Hold it on the Bearcats. You're right, Coach Brown.
Well, I thought it might be a clip, but he actually called holding there. I don't know. That's hard to explain that one, but nevertheless, it's ours, second down from the 10-yard line.
Will Swint split wide to the left of the Cats. Scoggins goes in motion left as Brandon runs the veer, goes down the line, fakes it, comes back, cuts back again, and he's going to go all the way. Coach, he's at the 50, he's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Bearcats. Brandon Rowland, Coach, looks like about a 90-yard run.
Excellent cutback by Brandon. No flags trailing. That one's going to stay on the board.
Coach, it's going to be tough for the Bearcats to get that magic 42 this week, looks like.
Coach, that was an 80-yard run. I tell you what, I'll try to get some stats at halftime. But I tell you, our heavy hitter backs who've been averaging the heavy yards in these past games are racking up those numbers again. Come on, Gator, let's go ahead and let's kick this ball.
Yeah, I tell you what, Coach, he needs to get this one, through the upright. And
that's better.
It's up, and it is good. And Alan Ray makes a score of 40 for the Bearcats with 4:21 left in the half. Bearcats 40, Lavaca 0. We'll be right back. And we have back deep for the Lavaca Golden Arrows, number 20, Clyde Bias. And looks like number 85, Timmy Waterbury. And the ball's kicked short to the left there, and looks like the Bearcats may get on it, Coach. It looks like it goes out of bounds, and who has possession?
We definitely had a shot at it.
It looks like...
I see no sign yet, Coach.
I guess Lavaca... Yes, Lavaca has the ball, Coach.
Must have gone out of bounds. I tell you, we made a great effort. That was not an onside by any stretch of the means there, Coach. It was just a kind of a short squib kick. It went to the left, and we did an excellent job of getting down there covering on it real quick, and to got wonderful field position again right here before the half ends with 4:13 to go. Bearcats up 40-0.
And officials stopped the clock here for a second. I think we may have left our tee out on the field. So, Coach, we're out having to retrieve our tee right quick as the Bearcats managers failed to run out and get the tee, and so we had to stop the clock with 4:05 left in the half.
Now our managers are getting lackadaisical.
I'll tell you what, it's tough in a game like this. Pro I said, handoff up the middle, number 44, that's Champion. And Champion, I'll tell you what, Coach, did a good job. He goes for about 10 yards there. It's Michael Champion.
Good run by him. Coach, I believe we still got our first unit in out there plugging away. And, again, Coach, I aren't taking anything away from Lavaca or this game, but the intensity level here, you've got to be determined and you've got to be a champion here to keep playing with the intensity level that you need to.
Right, I tell you what, and it's the atmosphere wasn't like it was last Friday night, was it, Coach, as far as but I tell you what, the Bearcats are getting the job done. Number 88, that's Jeremiah Dupree. Number 40, Josh Draper. And number 74, Jamie Tidwell makes the tackle there for the Bearcats. About 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half as Lavaca tries to get something going here. 40-0 Bearcats. And have number 88, Aaron Price, split wide to the left as the Lavaca Golden Arrows are in the Pro I set. Slant across the middle and intended for number 20, Clyde Bias. And Clyde got a hand on it, knocks it up in there, and the Bearcats almost had a chance to pick another pass off.
Again, in good position there on defensively. Ward threw the ball a little high and bring up third down, coaching about 11 for the Golden Arrows from their 40-yard line.
Number 85, Timmy Waterbury, split wide to the left, and number 20, Clyde Bice, to the right. Handoff up the middle, and looks like he picks up about 5 yards there, Coach.
5 tough yards.
Yes, number 22 there, Leroy Stockton.
It'll be fourth down, Coach, and a good 5 for the Arrows, and by the substitution, looks like they're going to punt again.
Number 9, Ward, is back to punt again for the Lavaca Golden Arrows. Again, we should get decent field position here. Will Swint and Brandon Rowland's done a good job this year returning punts.
Coach, again, I believe Lavaca is short a man. They are having a tough time concentrating tonight. That's the second timeout that they've had to call because of a lack of players.
With 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the half, the Bearcats lead 40-0. We'll take a timeout. Don't change that dial. We'll be right back. Golden Arrows, and back deep we have Will Swint and Brandon Rowland. Here's a punt by Matt Ward. Matt Ward gets a pretty long punt off. Drives Brandon Rowland back to about the 20. Hands off to Will Swint going left. Will Swint's got a wall again. I tell you what, down the sideline there we have a clip there for the Bearcats. Another clip possibly. And Will makes a great run, but they're going to bring this one back. We had 2 clips on that play, Coach Brown, and that's going to bring that play all the way back. Will did a great job returning that. Had a good wall set there. And I tell you what, Coach, it looks like he got right in the back there on that one.
Yeah, I think he got his hands out and pushed him. Boy, you just hate that. You hate it with a passion when somebody makes a run like that, especially Will. I tell you what, the guy's a heck of a competitor, and he showed you he knows where the end zone is there, and we're going to bring that one back and start back here on our end, Coach, with 1:41 to go, up 40-0, and that 42 may be in jeopardy tonight, Coach. I just can't help but believe unless we're going to get a safety.
Well, we've got to get a safety, Coach. That's our only way. It's Trey Holloway's back in the quarterback here. Tommy Glover, I think, is there. And hopefully we'll get their snap down here. There's something we've got to get worked out, and as you can't never tell, hopefully Brandon Rowland will never go down, but he may have to miss a play or two. And, boy, I tell you what, we've got to be able to get that snap down. Trey Holloway comes up the line, looks over the Lavaca defense. Gator Ray is our fullback. Hand off that time. We got it off. That's Les Knuckles. Les is a big, strong running back, and, of course, he was down before the fumble there, Coach.
He was down, and, again, you see that often. You see a back trying to get more and more and more. It's just extra effort, and they forget to lock up on that ball, and they get just a little loose with it. But I'm excited about the second half, Coach, seeing some of these young players that we had in junior high last year, and we know the talent level that they have, and being able to see them do some action here.
Right. Will Swint split wide to the right for the Bearcats. I tell you what, old Les Knuckles, Coach, maybe one of the best athletes on the field, sophomore. He gets a little bit more playing time. I tell you what, he's going to be tough. Trey Holloway drops back to pass and overthrows Matt Bishop there. As Matt runs, looks like a little, what was that, Coach, a flag pattern there?
That's a flag pattern by your tight end, and we had our halfback on a go route. Trey elected to throw to Matt, and as the ball went in the air, both of them was jumping our tight end, and I tell you what, Les looked pretty good up that street.
Yes, I tell you what, Les looked like he was wide open that time, and I don't know, Trey didn't pick him up. It's about 34 seconds to go in the half. The Bearcats up 40-0, and Russell Garrison split wide to the right for the Bearcats. As Trey Holloway looks over the defense. We have Dustin Andrews at halfback now, and hand off to Dustin Andrews going left. Dustin stopped there, and I'll tell you what, that was a good tackle that time, Coach Brown, by Lavaca there. Looks like number 44, Michael Champion. And I'll tell you what, did a good job stopping that run that time.
He stopped his forward motion as soon as he turned north and south, Coach. Stuck him pretty good. Coach, I believe that will be the last play of the half. Booneville's elected to run out the time.
Right, with the score of 40-0, the Booneville Bearcats lead the Lavaca Golden Arrows. It's halftime at Lavaca, Arkansas, and we'll be right back.
Give a little halftime stats for you real quick before we get things kicked off. Zach Adair had 40 yards, carries the first half. Brandon Rowland had 167, and he was 3 out of 4 passing for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alan Gator Ray had 22 yards rushing the ball. Blake Scoggins had 5 yards on 2 carries. Les Knuckles had 2 yards on 1 carry. Lavaca was held to 0 yards total offense, and we had 239 for the half. Coach Holloway, here we go.
Russell Garrison tees the ball off and kicks it deep there for the Bearcats down about the 15-yard line. And, he's down about the 28 there. Nice return that time for Lavaca. A little bit better field position than they had the first half, Coach.
It will be important that we come out and establish ourselves this half, keep our intensity back up. Things that we do not want to do is let down intensity. Want to keep that up, keep our eye on the ball, Coach, with this offense. Again, it causes problems because of it. Looks like the first time we've seen the pro eye tonight, Coach.
And the pro eye set for Lavaca Golden Arrows. Ward's back to pass, rolls left, tries to run, and number 52, Tommy Glover, there's to meet him. Coach, good containment that time by number 52, Tommy Glover, as he tried to roll left there, Coach, and Tommy just stayed with his containment there and made a good tackle.
It was. It's a loss of about 2. It'll be second down and 12 for the Golden Arrows.
Coach, you play in these types of games when you have a big lead at halftime. It's tough to keep that intensity, but, you know, the Bearcats have got to dig deep inside them and keep that intensity level up.
It is tough. Pro eye set again. Give to the tailback over the right side. Stop there by a host of Bearcats. Yes, it is, Coach. It's hard to keep that competitive edge up. You just kind of get caught up in the ho-hum of the game, so to speak, because you know you're up 40-0, and you're not in danger of actually losing the ball game at this time. And I tell you have to watch out for injuries here. You got to play full speed to make sure you protect yourself.
Right. A lot of times you slow up a little bit, and I tell you what, it'd cost you. Bearcats in their standard 5-2 defense. Lavaca in the shotgun formation. Ward back to pass. A little quick pass there, Coach, and they're going to call it complete there. Looks like only gained about maybe a yard and a half, Coach. That's going to bring up fourth down and about 6 yards, and Lavaca's going to be forced to punt.
That won't make Coach Hughes very happy right there. They needed about 7 yards for a first down, and they complete a 1-yard pass. So bring up fourth down. Our dynamic trio is back to receive again. We have Will Swint, Brandon Rowland, and up short is Matt Schott waiting to receive the punt.
Will Swint just returned a touchdown in the first half. There was called back. And ball goes to Brandon Rowland. He takes off right up the middle, Coach, and he's got a lane there. And, Coach, he's knocked out of bounds just about the 26-yard line.
Did Coach, exactly what you need to do on those short line hoppers like that, Coach. Pick it up, forget about the handoffs, go get what you can get up north and south.
And, Coach, looks like we have our second offensive team in the game right now. We'll try to get those kids for you here in just a few minutes. Coach Brown, I think, has those, and we'll let him give you the second offensive team here.
Our second offense is in, Coach, and we'll try to get those called out to you right here after this first play. Double wing formation, Holloway under center. Takes a snap, gives to the fullback. That's John Chase carrying the ball for a bundle there. Good line surge. Our center coach is Mitchell Widener. Our left guard is Aubrey Boersma. Our right guard is Russell Andrews. Our right tackle is Blake Harger. Our left tackle is Jared Goddard. Our left end is Anthony Davis. Our right end is Mike McGrath. Quarterback is Trey Holloway. Fullback John Chase. Left halfback Travis Adair. Right halfback will be Andy Taylor and Les Knuckles.
Les takes a handoff that time from Trey Holloway and gets down to about the 12-yard line, Coach.
I just feel like, well, I can see now that Les is rotating in plays with Andrews, Coach. So Ricky Keene is in. He's now leaving, and Russell Garrison's bringing the play into Holloway. It'll be first down and 10 from our own. It looks somewhere around, the 14-yard line, Coach.
Trey Holloway over center, looks at the Lavaca defense. Takes a snap, handoff to Travis Adair. Travis goes left, cuts back right, and he is down about the 1-yard line. Coach, I thought he may have gotten the end zone.
It looked like he may have got knocked in. They're calling it down on about the 1. Good cut back there by Adair. Good blocking, good line surge by our line. Coach, this is going to do us a world of good here. We've got 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, and our second teamers are going to get a lot of action tonight and a lot of reps, and that's good.
Right. This Brandon Rowland's return has set this drive up, and Andrews in motion. And I can't tell, Coach, who had the ball. With it.
I believe your kinfolk kept the ball and got that thing in there for a touchdown there, Coach Holloway. That's Trey Holloway on the keeper on the veer. Made a good read and tucked it up in behind our fullback for another score. That makes it Booneville Bearcats 46 and Lavaca 0 with 6:39 to go in the third quarter.
Alan Ray is going to attempt an extra point again, and hopefully he starts that streak again now, Coach.
It'd be good. He's working on one. This could make two. Let's get this thing built back up. He needs the confidence, Coach.
Well, we have a little break here, Coach. Our junior high team and 7th grade team were victorious last night over the Lavaca Golden Arrows, and we're glad to see that.
Hard-fought victories, Coach. And again, this Lavaca junior high squad has got some talent on their squad, Coach, and they've got a lot to look forward to here in the near future. And it's just going to be a building process for them. And they were in a competitive conference in that Class A, which is now AA. And, Coach, just moving up that one division into our league. And I just keep saying that, but I just can't re-emphasize how competitive our league is. Gator looks away on the snap. There's the hold. The kick is up. And it is good. That's 2 in a row now for Gator. Maybe he's going to start that streak back with 6:39 left in the third quarter. It is now the Booneville Bearcats 47 and the Lavaca Golden Arrows 0. Come back and join us in just some time out.
For the Bearcats. Our kickoff team has done a great job tonight. Got some speedsters out there, and the punch kick to the left there goes down about the 22-yard line, and there it's down there on about the 22, 23-yard line. So there Lavaca will take over. First and 10 from about the 23-yard line as Booneville's defense comes onto the game. It looks like, Coach, this is probably our second defense, Coach, into the game right now, wouldn't you think?
I'll have to take a look and see if that's what we've got. I see Chad Ferris out there. And I see Jamie Henson.
Right.
Hey, it looks like it's not the total unit, but it is some of them.
It's toss pitch that time. Sweep left there by Lavaca. Coach, I think that is our second defensive team. I know Chad Ferris was demoted to the second team this week, defense, and after starting most of the year. And I think he's on and I think that's what it is, Coach. And I think Will Swint's in the game at D-back, and Dustin Andrews. Travis Adair is in at defensive back, and so is Michael Scott. So I think it's our second unit out there, Coach, on the field right now.
We've got Anthony Davis working one defensive end and Jamie Tidwell working a tackle. There's the give up the middle. Then a host of Bearcats stop that play for a pickup. Looks like probably about 2 or 3. It's going to bring up third down, Coach, and a good 5 yards. Maybe we'll call it 4 on the spot. It's real important Lavaca try to get some momentum going tonight. Some type of drive.
No, Chad Ferris is playing defensive end, Coach. I think the coaches, I said demoted, well, that wasn't probably the right word to use. I'm sorry about that. But they're trying to use him in some different positions, and I think maybe they're trying him at defensive end, it looks like right now, Coach, on defense. So I apologize for that word. That probably wasn't the right word there, Coach.
He's bigger than you, Coach Holloway. I'd watch what I say.
Right, and a very nice young man. I tell you what, Chad is a super young man, and so I apologize for that, Chad.
I do think you are correct on that he played some tackle and they were wanting to look at him at some defensive end. He's a strong young man, and you've got to be very physical playing that defensive end position. And I think they was wanting to get a real good look at him there. I'm sure do. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Golden Arrows. Looks like the ball is just across the 30-yard line. They're in punt formation. Brandon Rowland, Will Swint, Matt Schotter deep. High snap. Good job of recovering on the kick. Ball's going to roll down. It's going to stop. It looks like it was touched just across midfield. So Booneville will take over the ball right at the 50-yard line with 3:55 to go and them leading 47-0. $239 total yards in the first half Booneville had. May not be the total output that we had last week, Coach, but tell you what, we've already exceeded our points.
Russell Garrison split wide to the left for the Bearcats. Travis Adair goes in motion left. Handoff up the middle to John Chase. John Chase breaks loose. Coach has a good run there, but John Chase is going to be a good one, Coach. That's a gain of 15 yards.
He's going to be a dandy, and you know that. He's part of that talented sophomore class that moved up to the senior high this year. These young men, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe they've lost a ball game from the 7th through the 9th grade, Coach. And now here they are in the 10th grade, and we're sitting here at 5-0 and just keeping on going.
Being a junior high coach, Coach Brown and I, it makes you proud to see these kids out here after you've coached them in junior high. And Coach Scott Hyatt and Doug Schott do a great job in junior high along with Jimmy Reese. And we enjoy working with these young men. It's good to see them when they come up in senior high and are successful at the senior high level too. You know, right now most of them out there on the field are sophomores or juniors, and we have a good future, Coach.
They're definitely going to have a good future. We had a little pile up out there. Aubrey Boersma and looked like Aubrey Boersma and Travis Adair had a tough time handling the surge, and Les Knuckles was coming, bringing the ball around the right side and ran into a wall of them, and he's looking for running room.
Ball's on about the 35-yard line as Booneville drives here, 2nd and 10. Hand off to John Chase up the middle again, and John picks up about 8 yards. I tell you what, good tough run there. Coach and the offensive line of our second unit's doing a good job as well.
They're doing an excellent job. Coach, I see John Chase run, and I can't help but remember a time where he was playing defensive tackle last year, and he was on a slant, and he got in the backfield so fast that he actually took the handoff from the opposing quarterback, and it was a handoff to him, and he took the ball and took it down the field for a score.
I remember that. That was a great play. Dustin Andrew takes the handoff from Trey Holloway, goes left, gets around, has the first down, cuts up field, and gets inside the 20-yard line.
Andrew showed some real good moves there, Coach, dipping and darting back and forth. Russell Andrews was out ahead of him on a pull, gave him some room, gave him some blocks, and Russell picks up a first down for the Bearcats. The ball's down just shy of the 15-yard. We're going to call it the 17-yard line. First down and for the Bearcats. Coach, I wish we could find Coach Hyde or Coach Doug Schott and get them down here and give us see if we could get them to talk to us here in a minute. Why don't we try to do that?
Yeah, I'd like to see Coach Schott or Coach Hyatt come in, maybe talk to us here in just a little bit. John Chase, another good run, Coach. I tell you what, did a great job there. And picks up probably about 7 yards, Coach, on the run there.
Excellent hard-nosed run. First down, Coach, and we pick up somewhere around 7 yards, 6 yards. We'll take that all day long.
We're nearing the end of the third quarter with a score 47-0 Bearcats. I don't know if we'll get this play off or not, but Ricky Keene brings the play in for the Bearcats. It splits wide to the left. Travis Adair, one back, John Chase, fullback. Handoff to Les Knuckles going right. Les is going to the end zone, and Les is in. Coach, you've seen the speed of Les Knuckles there as he turns it on around the right end, Coach.
There's a familiar sight. Number 8, Les Knuckles. He knows where that end zone is. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter with that score where Booneville is now 53 and Lavaca 0. Stadium. We're waiting to attempt an extra point. It is now, again, as I repeated before we left, it's 53-0. Booneville. And, Coach, again, we've been playing a lot of second-teamers in this particular time. And by any stretch of the means, we're not running up the score. You just can't expect those kids to go out and not score.
Right. I tell you, Coach, we have a pretty talented second team in there right now. You know, they do a good job blocking, a good offensive line. The backs run hard, and so there's the extra point. Kick is up, and have a flag on the play. Coach may have to do this one over.
Looks like to me, Coach, I believe that's John Chase that is our kicker, and Trey Holloway is our holder.
We still have Dustin Andrews deep snap in there for the Bearcats, number 5, Dustin Andrews. And
had offsides on the defense there, and
so we're going to line it up and do it again.
Holloway awaits a snap. There's the snap. The hold is up. It was a bobble, and Holloway takes a pretty good lick. Looked like Steven Smithson came in and gave a pretty good shot to Trey, and
I couldn't tell. Looked like Trey may have had trouble possibly getting it on the tee there.
had his back to us, Coach, so it was hard to see if he bobbled it or not, but you almost guarantee that's what happened. Again, that's good experience for Trey holding and for John kicking. They need to keep maturing these players and keep them working on their skills as they're coming up through the program, because shoes have to be filled year in, year out.
Right. I wish we could have kept that first one. It looked like it was good there. It had a penalty flag there.
We'll have 12 minutes on the clock. We're just now starting the fourth quarter of play. The Booneville fans are still socked up over there. Again, we had a good following tonight, which we usually always do. I tell you, they love their Bearcats. Booneville's a very special place to live. They support all activities, sports, academic. And I tell you what, that support is well recognized by others in the community, and Coach, I tell you, it's well recognized by the students and the players.
Right, Coach, and the fans, you know, if they ever come out to a Bearcat game, if they hadn't been to one, they come out, I guarantee they'll come back. It's a great atmosphere, and kids play hard. This year, you know, kids are playing well, and man, I tell you, if they just come out and watch a game, they'll be back again. Russell Garrison kicks the ball off for the Bearcats, and it's down, goes out of bounds, and there's a flag on the play. I'll be a delay of game as the ball goes out of bounds about the 15-yard line.
I'm sure they'll go ahead and take that penalty, Coach, and bring the ball up. And again, this will give them decent field position. They ought to get it, what, about the 35?
Right. I tell you, it's good to have Tom McCone filming for us tonight, and Ricky Lee did a tremendous job. Both of them are employed by the First Baptist Church, and I tell you what, these are talented men. We appreciate them. Steve Brown is with me tonight and was with me last week, and I appreciate Steve, and I'm Gerald Holloway, and we just love bringing these games to you and enjoy doing this, Bearcat football. Handoff up the middle. There's Matt Ward, hands off to the fullback, and he gets maybe a yard there before the Bearcat defense puts him to the ground there.
Coach, have you noticed they've gotten away from their trips and open set, and they've gone to the pro eye, and they're going to pound it out now, it looks like, and try to get something established on the ground. We did a wonderful job shutting down the spread passing attack. Everybody had their assignments, and we did what was expected of us, and now they've gone back to the pro eye look. Again, they're pro. No. Yes, they are. They're still pro eye, Coach.
Right.
We're still in our 5-2 defense. There's the throw by Ward, and he overthrows Smithson, who was on a streak route up the middle. Well covered, though.
Right. Our second defensive units in the game there, and that was Andy Taylor, number 30, back, and Will Swint covering on the play. Did a good job, and Andy's small young man, but has some wheels, Coach. He can run, and so can Will Swint. So, you know, we have some speed still in the defensive backfield for the Bearcats here. As
Michael Scott's in there, Coach, along with Taylor.
A.J. Zorn's at one linebacker. Looks like Aubrey Boersma at one linebacker. And Will Swint was covering on that play, makes a tackle there. That's a good catch there, Coach, by number 20. I think that's Bias, isn't it?
Yes, Coach, that was Clyde Bias up there. Made a good catch. It's a good throw by Ward. Good enough for a first down. Will was there in good shape, locked up. Didn't give him much, but he caught the ball enough for a first down. Back to the shotgun. As soon as I'd say something about pro either, back to the shotgun.
Have trips left, split right. Single back and back. Matt Ward looks to pass. Throws out there to number 23. He has about 6, maybe 7 yards there, Coach.
Good catch and throw.
And that's what, when Lavaca's offense is clicking like it should be, that's the way it'll look, Coach. They'll get 5, 6, 7 yards there on the short out patterns or short passes, and then they'll look to hit you deep on a big pass, Coach. And
A.J. Zorn's coach is in the game. Jackie Needham's now in the game. I'm trying to get
Michael
these numbers.
Mueller's playing right corner, Coach, for the Bearcats. He's in the game. We have trips left. Again, a little slant there, and overthrows him. Coach, on his slants tonight, he's thrown the ball a little high.
Yes, he is. Yes, he's getting, I tell you, we're in good shape covering it, but, Coach, he's still, I believe he's having trouble looking over our front line. We've still getting a pretty good rush in there on him, and it's rushing him.
The more receivers, when you run that slant, that ball comes high. They really don't like it up there, Coach. Kind of hangs them out to dry there.
I guarantee you somebody can make you have some sore ribs out of that.
Trips left, Twins right. Pass to number 22 out here in the flats, and Jackie Needham there covering for the Bearcats, number 54.
We've got Daniel Scantling in at tackle now playing for the Bearcats. Eric Adair's in playing in this defensive series.
Fourth down and about 4 yards, Coach, and Lavaca's going to go for it here. Ball's on about the, can't tell, looks like about the 48-yard line, and pass was incomplete, intended for number 20, Bias, and the Bearcats is going to take over on offense here. With about 7:55 left in the fourth quarter, the score of the Bearcats 53 and Lavaca 0. And the Bearcats take over on offense.
We're back in with our second offense again, which we didn't expect anything else. Getting some valuable time playing here and some valuable reps.
Bo Beckham split wide left for the Bearcats. He's in a double wing set. Hand off to Scott. Michael Scott as he goes right. Michael Scott fights for yards. They blow it dead. Michael wasn't down yet, and he's still fighting for yards. And there's a little brawl, Coach, on the field a little bit. And, boy, we hate to see that. I don't know what happened there. Maybe we had an injured player. Maybe just trying to get somebody off of him there. And that looked like Michael Champion there, I think, possibly number 44. Looked like he had something. Maybe somebody was on his leg or something, Coach. Getting a big pile like that, it's, you know.
Well, it looked like he had hold of his leg, and Michael wouldn't really go down. And looks like to me, Coach, that personal foul was called on the young man that had him. And I don't think there was any harm done. I guarantee you he's probably mouthed off and said something, though, that drew that penalty for personal foul. It's number 44. Was involved in it.
Michael Champion.
Michael Champion.
Ricky King split wide to the right for the Bearcats. Travis Adair. Andy Taylor, old Sheriff, is at one wing back for the Bearcats.
Big hit by Max Caruth. Gives the Lavaca fans something to cheer about. Loss on the play. Coach, at this time, I sure would like to thank Jerry Standridge and the BDC for allowing I tell you what, we're going to
have a little commotion down here on the sideline.
Yeah, a little commotion there.
Handoff. It looks like, is that Shane Piercy, coach, number 21? I can't tell. Is that who it's at fullback right now for the Bearcats?
I believe it is, Coach.
Double wing set. Trey Holloway looks over the Lavaca defense. Takes a snap. Hand off to Andy Taylor going left. Andy got some blockers in front of him. Makes a good cut there. And it's knocked down about the 33, 34-yard line.
Great run by Andy. Coach, I'm sorry I got interrupted a while ago, and I want to go back and again because this is important. I want to thank Jerry Standards and the BDC for buying the equipment that it takes for us to bring you these presentations and these ball games. And I tell you what, last time we had a council meeting, I told Jerry that I was ecstatic about the job that the BDC was doing and for our community. And I tell you what, he's doing an outstanding job promoting Booneville and trying to bring industry and people to our town. And our hats go off to that whole organization and say congratulations for the great work that they do.
You bet. Jerry's a fine man. Played softball with him for years, and he's a competitor too, Coach. He loves the Booneville Bearcats, as you can tell in the morning when he does the Kenneth Rippey show, the football show. He loves Booneville Bearcat football. He loves the Bearcats, and had a fumble on the play, and Lavaca takes over there on about the 25-yard line. Coach has a good run that time. He just couldn't hold on to the football. Ward's under center right now, Coach, in a high formation. Fumbles the ball and is down there, Coach. He falls on. I think he gets it back.
Bobble snap. Looked like he pulled out, just really never got the handle. 4:39 to go, Coach, in the fourth quarter. Booneville still up, 53-0. Our fans are still there. Our band's still playing. Our cheerleaders are still carrying on, cheering us on. These players will play till the last horn sounds. That's the Bearcat way. Ward takes a snap. It's a deep pitch to Smithson. No, excuse me, Coach. That's number 22. That's Leroy Stockton. Up over the right side. Pick up, it looks like about 8. It's going to be third down, Coach, in short.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Lavaca's picked up some enthusiasm, intensity a little bit, hasn't he, Coach? Pro I set again. Ward looks over the Bearcat defense, hands off to the fullback up the middle, Coach, and he has the first down.
Good hard-nosed run right into the teeth of the Bearcat defense. We hold him for about 3 yards, but he only needed 1 for a first, so it'll be first down the Golden Arrows at about the 37-yard line.
Number 88, split wide to the left for the Lavaca Golden Arrows. Toss pitch, number 22 going left, Coach, and makes a good move there, shows some speed, and has the first down, Coach. That's number 22, Leroy Stockton. Coach, I think he's just a sophomore, I believe.
He's showing a lot of ability, Coach. He's showing some speed and showing some strength. I'm surprised we hadn't seen him running the ball here lately.
He looked good on that run. I tell you what, that was the first down for the Lavaca Golden Arrows. 2:42 left in the ball game.
Coach, Lavaca's only got about 25, 26 on their roster, so they have a lot of kids going both ways.
Hand off to the fullback up the middle, and he gets about 4 yards.
And over the course of a ball game, that's going to take their toll, and you know that. We've played this game before, and we know what it's like not to leave the field. And Teams are fortunate. We've got numbers, and we try to two-platoon as much as we can. Of course, we have some that do play both ways, and that's a credit to them.
It's 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and Lavaca calls timeout. We'll take a break and be right back with you in just a few minutes.
We're back. Second down and 6. Toss sweep to Leroy Stockton deep. He went to the right, find no room. He cut it back left over our defense coach, and looks like he picked up a good 5 yards, which is going to bring up about 3rd down and probably, we're going to call it 3 anyway.
Tell you what, Coach, he made a good cut that time, went back, started right, went back left, and was fighting for every yard there.
One thing about Lavaca, they have not let up. They're still playing hard. They're still fighting. They're still scrapping. Got a minute and a half to go. Be 3rd down and 3. Ward's under snap. He takes the ball. He fumbles the snap. We'll see who got back on it. They're not signaling any other difference, so Lavaca must have recovered the fumble. It's going to be 4th down, Coach, and 4. The ball is just across midfield. No, it's just shy. No, it is. It's just across midfield.
Our hats go off, Coach, to head coach Greg Hughes. As you know, he's first year here at Lavaca, and to get his system going, Coach, it takes some time, and he's really been encouraging the young men tonight and to stay with it. And the Bearcats are just very talented this year, and I tell you, they've. Its score is 53-0, but like you said, Lavaca hadn't quit. They just keep playing hard, Coach, and our hats go off to Coach Hughes for that.
Absolutely. That's a big 4th down play, another fumbled snap, and Ward kept the ball the right end, and Anthony Davis comes up with a big play. Coach, I don't believe we're going to get another play off. There's 7, 6, 5 seconds left to go in this ball game. Your Bearcats are going to come out again victorious. 53, Lavaca 0. That keeps our record unblemished. We're glad that you could join us tonight for another exciting game of Booneville Bearcat football. We look forward to having you back again next week. Coach